class could theoretically win this. Though Kanga has had some good maps, just not many in a row. So if they can find a couple of those good maps to play where they should be playing, I think, to the quality of Overwatch that I would expect from them, they should be able to pick up this match. The question is, do they turn up?
Very big question indeed. Let's have a look and see how this one does turn out. We do have very, very similar compositions on either side. Winston Goat's being run. No shenanigans with an Orisa, no McCree, which we do sometimes see here on Well. It's just standard stuff as both teams play the ring around the rosy. Neither wants to fight each other, jostling for positioning.
Well, who cares about fighting until the point is unlocked? Now they're going to have to engage. Tristan Class going all the way around the far side of the Well to start this off. Oh, bye-bye. Great boop there from Swilko.
Yeah, showing his class really is going to pretty much win his team the fight off that one boop.
Yeah.
That's what happens if you're Winston and you don't have shift available. You can't really afford to be too close to that well.
That's why you shift out instead of shifting in. However, it's kind of tough when all the ground's flat, I suppose.
Definitely. Good start for Kanga, though. And just being bullied a little bit by the Baby Diva, but Sad Boy... Who was it? Was it the Baby Diva? It was... I'm not sure who it was.
Are you okay?
I'm confused. A Go. It was a Go.
Okay.
There we
go.
Sure?
Yep. Okay. So, 20% on the board here for Kanga. And, they're essentially gifted that first fight win, but going to be looking to follow that up with a couple of good ones of their own. And Sham and Prowler both go down. Sham not having the best of starts here on Winston, that's for sure. Davey going to pop the Primal Rage just to finish these guys off. And an easy team kill. This is what I was talking about, Jordan. If we see the best of Kanga, they definitely can win.
That was terrible.
I know.
Not sure where Exerst is today for freshman class. Has he been replaced by Sham? Is Sham Exerst with a rename? We will never know. But that was a...
When you say never know, we probably will know.
Probably will know.
Yeah.
I could just check the player doc, but
yeah.
There you go.
Soundbarrier going to come out. They're going to push through once again. Virginia Lotran's going to get forced. Cantor still holding on to his, however. There we go. Going to use that 1 second. A Soundbarrier coming out from freshman class as well. So they're just swapping over inverse, I suppose, support ultimates. But it's going to be Kanga once again finding the picks. And even though freshmen try and find themselves something onto the point, it's not going to happen. Kanga coming out on top as well. Has Davey even died yet? I'm not even sure.
Probably not. It's looking super solid right now for Kanga. Not sure what freshman class can really do at this point. They're going to have grab, they're going to have self-destruct, they're going to have the Primal Rage, but it just doesn't seem like they can get in a position to actually use any of these ults with any sort of value.
Well, this is the one that needs to count, but it's not going to find the picks that they want. Virginia goes quite low. All of Kanga's still quite high. And look at this, freshman going to 1 by 1 start to fall here. Davey on his last legs, though. And finally, they find the main tank here. Is this going to be enough to get freshman class back on? No, because it's 100-0.
Yeah, that was really nice from Davey. Even though he went down, he sort of kept 3 enemy players busy.
Yeah.
And so the rest of his team had a really easy time of cleaning up the other 3. Fight was already won by that point, but I mean, they didn't even get the touch on the overtime anyway. So pretty straightforward round victory for Kanga. And puts them in good stead heading into Ruins now. Love to see someone jump onto a Widowmaker here, but I'm not sure that it's going to happen. Doesn't look like it. I would have thought if we were going to see anything sort of crazy this week, any sort of experimenting was going to come in this match, where neither team is going to be able to make it to playoffs. So it's sort of a case of, well, whatever.
Well, I think they're just trying to play the team comps they want to play best. You know what I mean? Like, taking it seriously, getting the most out of it, which is, thankfully, I think the right thing to do, to be perfectly honest. So we'll see how this plays, though. Maybe as this match progresses, things will change. But again, Kanga going to force freshman class back, but it's Kanga who take the first casualty. And very quickly, FMC going to follow that up with a couple more picks.
Got to start for freshman class this time. Sham on the front foot, leading the charge. 77% of the ult built up for him. Sad Boy having to back away in that mech. Now Kanga, we get to see how they're going to fight from behind. They haven't had to do that at all on Well. Virginia will spot out Sad Boy. That'll be some nice ult charge for a Go, as he gets some free damage in there as well. Kanga really not able to find any good positioning right now. The counter dive comes out from Sham, but he's punished by Cantus.
Yeah, Sham's gone down, and now this is going to make life a little bit tough. Though, Davies found out by Virginia. That was the counter pick for sure. The freshman class needed to make their on the point as well. So this is at least all time in their favor. The longer this takes, the better it is for them. They also have the ultimate advantage as well. Sadboy going to get D-Mac'd, and a fight win looking here for freshman class.
Yeah, not a great time to get D-Mac'd because it means he does have to reset himself. So dives straight into the team of freshman class and does go down. Somehow Kanga still winning this fight though. Freshman class might have overcommitted a little bit there. Sham having to pop the Primal Rage, keeping them busy, but doesn't last too long. The recap is going to come across here from Kanga in just a second. Cantus is having a good day so far by the looks of things. So too Swilko.
Look at all these ultimates sitting on the side. Both teams really, but with Cantus coming up, it's going to be a little bit better for Kanga. They just need to initiate sooner rather than later, and they're going to dive right on in, followed up with the sound barrier. Graviton Surge comes through. I don't think it actually goes anywhere. Perhaps got Eden. I didn't see where it went. Self-destruct through into the back line, but it's Render who goes down first. Self-destruct won't find anyone. Cantus keeping the team alive. We'll see if they find a go. This might be enough. But freshmen doing okay to stay alive. Unfortunately for them, they don't have the point yet. And again, every second that we wait here is a second in favor of Kanga. Lush going to go down to Sham, and maybe this Primal Rage will be enough to swing this through. As I say that, it's Primal Rage on both sides. The question is, which Winston dies first?
Well, Renner does have the rally. If they feel as though the fight is going their way, he's going to throw that out. But looks like everyone just will hang on to what they've got here for Kanga. Let that fight go down. Just drop on the point. But they haven't actually managed to get the advantage there, Kanga, just yet. Freshman class capping back pretty quickly. Very good stuff. Davey decides to go back over onto the Reinhardt. Interesting time to swap over. I guess he did just use the Primal Rage, so he wasn't losing any ultimate, but doesn't have much time to charge the Earth Shatter up in this one. Just wanting to provide that bulk tankiness and that bulk shield for Kanga Esports to hide behind in this fight.
Yeah, well, they're going to push through and they find Sham, so this might be enough to get the fight to start slowly pushing across to Kanga. Freshman going to use the sound barrier, trying to give them something to stall with. Trans, though, going to come out, and this theoretically you think would be a fight starting to go in the favor of Kanga, but they need to do something soon. We're into overtime, 99% for freshman class. If they win, then they win the point, but for now, they're going to have a bit of time to work with. Kanga still needing another 40% to get this back up to overtime.
Not going to be an easy fight this time for freshman class. That last one perhaps would have been easier, actually. But now we're seeing big ults up for Kanga Esports. Swilko with the sound barrier to keep his team alive. Grab is there. So freshman class will have a bit more difficulty now trying to push through this Reinhardt as well. The grab is out from Lush.
Sham's going to go down first again, this time to Davey. And yeah, Graviton Surge nowhere to be seen, Jordan.
Sadboy doing a good job with the defense matrix. Sadboy also following up with the self-destruct. 2 kills for him. Davey, 2 kills as well. And now with 90% up on that clock, it's going to be difficult for freshman class to even get a proper touch.
Yeah,
got Diva on there, but Virginia's essentially given up his life for this.
But yeah, with the self-destruct, okay, this could work out. Doesn't find the kills. Maybe that would have been better served later, but it does at least put it into overtime. Prowler down. That's definitely less than ideal. Virginia about to get D-Mac'd, and this should be a fight win for Kanga.
Very, very weird stuff from freshman class there. But you're right, this should be a cap out for Kanga Esports, or at least control of the cap until that overtime does tick away. Not sure what Virginia was doing on the point for so long before the overtime actually needed to be secured. Gave away his position and had to waste the self-destruct to stay alive. Puts himself a little bit out of position, and freshman class will go down. It's a 2-0 for Kanga Esports there on Ilios. Not a bad start.
Rune's at least much closer than it was on Well, but the results are 2-0, so no round wins on the board there for FMC. Kanga looking a little bit stronger.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the tank line and the supports actually for Kanga having a bit more of an impact. I guess, to be fair, that's really all that you've got now, right, in GOATs. But I'm also talking about Davey
just
and
the
Sadboy.
tanks and the supports
yeah,
and the
it's
DPS.
like literally that's everyone, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm talking about Davey, Sadboy, of course, Cantus and Swilko. I saw some good stuff out from Cantus there. Some nice kills and a fair bit of damage being done by him. Swilko, pretty good boop to start things off on Ilios on Well as well. And I think for Kanga Esports, that's where a lot of their strength does come from with this roster. So I hope to see those guys having a good performance heading on into the rest of this series. Freshman class took them a little while to kind of get their way into this game.
Yeah, Well was super strong, and it felt like Sham kind of struggled on this map.
Yeah, I felt like Sham definitely did struggle a little bit on
Well.
On Well, that's right. Yeah. So a new player coming into the roster, obviously maybe not in sync with the rest of the guys, and that's going to cause some problems.
It's even harder when you're on the Winston, right? You're trying to engage, you're the one initiating, diving in, relying on everyone else to keep you alive as well. So it can be a little bit tough. So nevertheless, seem to find a bit better momentum into Ruins, but too little too late, unfortunately. But they do have 3 more maps at a minimum remaining. What do you think our next map's going to be? You take
Numbani. I'm going to 100% lock it in. Bam. It's
because
Numbani.
freshman class have picked Numbani 4 times.
Yeah, and because Kanga have picked Numbani 4 times. Not that they're going to get the choice.
What if there's a change-up?
What if? Well,
what if?
Then I'm wrong. But at this point, I don't see why you would pick it 4 times and then not pick it again. So there you go. 5 out of 5 from a freshman class.
They won it once.
They have indeed.
Looking to make it twice. On the flip side, Kanga have won it no time. So if ever there was a map, Jordan, for freshman class to win, it could be this one.
So I'm told Sham is a sub. Exerst has a power outage, apparently.
Oh.
Which means that they've got 2 main tank players playing for freshman class right now, which is part of the reason, I guess, why things are looking a little bit interesting for them. Virginia being the other main tank, or the normal main tank. Say normal, the regular main tank for freshman class here. So it makes things a bit interesting. I think, yeah, that probably tells us part of the reason. You know, Sham has his idea of how things need to be played out in freshman class, maybe on a different wavelength, and Virginia maybe not used to playing this off-tank role quite as much, at least this season, as he has been playing that main tank. So I think that's where you can maybe see some of the
It definitely makes it tough. It's probably the role that you least want to swap out.
And also, to be fair, losing Exerst, I guess not necessarily in this meta is as much of a big deal, but certainly last year, or last season, he was a very, very big deal for this team. So it's not ideal to be playing without your main core roster, regardless.
All right, going to engage very quickly here, walking straight onto the high ground at Kanga. Freshman class holding strong on this first push. Davey looking low, as is Sadboy and Swilko. Going to drop back, regroup, heal up, try again. You see Sham, this time already up to 70%. Going to try, engage once more. This isn't a half bad engagement, actually, from Kanga. Looking to find a pick. Sham goes down without being able to pop the Primal Rage. That's huge.
That is huge indeed. Freshman class may drop as a result. Kanga Esports starting this fight off well. Looks like they're going to finish the fight as well. Cantus gets low, but the sound barrier down from Swilko will keep him quite safe. And not to mention the extra armor coming from the rally is going to make Cantus a bit of a beast now.
Yeah, Prowler just trying to do what he can, but going to get knocked off, so...
Yeah, just resetting.
Yeah. Look, I thought maybe we were going to see Sham come back in, use the Primal Rage if they could stall long enough. The Winston's there, but... Look, that was such a good engage from Kanga. They'd fallen back, but they almost appeared from nowhere back onto the high ground.
Yeah, that's part of the reason that you pick the Winston, being able to do things like that.
Yeah.
Swilko pushing on forward alongside the rest of his team. You can see it's Swilko and Cantus again, the ones to find that pick onto Brigitte. Killing the assist, both coming from supports this time. Cantus is just a battle zen really at this point, having that extra armor. Puts him up to 300 HP, not to mention the fact that he's got so much armor. So it's difficult to deal with a Zenyatta when they do have that Brigitte to pocket them.
Sham has used the Primal Rage. The rest of freshman class pretty heavy on the ultimates as a Kanga, but Sham going down first again. Kanda's going to find that pick. Kanga should be able to push through now. Self-destruct coming through from Virginia,
Nice
looking for a big pick. Finds Davey, that's a 1-for-1, but one of them cost an ultimate. So Kanga, you can see, it does get eaten. I was about to say, Kanga holding all of these ultis. Lush, unfortunately, going to be wasting his this time around.
Yeah, still a winnable fight right now for Kanga Esports. Sound barrier does come out for freshman class, but they kind of disengaged the fight at that point, and so sound barrier not used to full effectiveness by freshman class. They can't push on forward into Kanga Esports, who just back away, negate all of the usage of it, and then re-engage when the sound barrier has faded. They're going to win this fight now. Kanga picking up a go. That's a big amount of the damage gone from the composition that freshman class are running. And Lush, under absolutely no pressure at all. You can just see him up to 100 charge, absolutely smacking away.
This is when you love playing Zarya. This is like, this moment is glory time. It's fun. You can click people, they like, actually die.
Noob team, I have 4 golds. And you're just missing the healing done. But that's definitely a reality for Zaya. When you're playing at 100 charge, you can get those limbs, you can get that damage up. It's a great time to be alive.
All of a sudden, you're in the face of the opposing Diva, and they're just melting in front of you. Graviton Surge this time will be successful for a Lush, looking to follow that one up with a self-destruct. Not going to find any kills there, but Base God already down. Looking to follow it up, but a surrender coming out from Virginia. Sound barrier comes through as well. Freshman class maybe a little bit healthier, but Davey does find his counterpart in Sham, and this might be enough just to get, again, the payload across to the second objective. What can Virginia do with the ulti? No.
Yeah, pretty nice transcendence from Candace. We'll talk about that one in a second. Good charge there onto Virginia, but he'll get out okay. Still, the fight is hanging in the balance. Base God will get Swilko, but a DMEC comes across. Virginia actually goes down. There is the cap for Kanga. They finally finish it off. I want to say, nice transcendence out for Cantus. You see the sound barrier come down from freshman class, and normally when you have that second support ultimate coming into the fight, as long as you don't lose a player on the team that uses the second support ultimate before that ult is thrown out, you are going to win the fight, because the second support ult is going to last longer. You're going to be able to counter-engage then. Yeah. And that's exactly what Kanga Esports did.
They've actually pushed a long way forward here. The Earth Shatter available, going to get thrown out, catches them off guard as well. Follows up with the charge through. Sham's gone down, just trying to keep them alive, but that will soon dissipate. You can also see that the Graviton Surge is available here for Lash. Saboy going to throw out. The self-destruct maybe as the DMEC comes through. No? Never mind. Well, so close but so far away was Davey. This fight that looked like it was going in Kanga's favour starts to fall apart for them, just little inconsistencies there.
Davey just chasing a little bit too hard, probably needed to stay with his team in that sense, but regardless, a good hold for freshman class this time. Sham over onto the Reinhardt. Things are looking a bit better for freshman class now. See how he goes when that Earth Shatter does eventuate for the defenders. Kanga Esports this time do have the two big support ultimates to keep the team alive in the next fight. Grab self-destruct combo as well. Virginia looking to eat the grab. And might have just done that. No, actually.
Where did it go?
That was Sad Boy eating a Ghost grab.
Oh, even
second
better.
Time so far.
This time, it's going to be successful. Followed up with the self-destruct. This is a good position, but it's not going to find any kills. Earthshatter comes out from Davey. Does actually find Sham. The trans going to try and keep him alive for now, but as soon as that's down, it's going to be tough. Self-destruct on the defense. Not going to find anyone this time around, but will force them off the point and make the fight a little bit more difficult here for Kanga Esports. But they seem to have some momentum, but they're not finding the picks, Jordan.
Jam looking for a big Earth Shatter here. If he's able to get that, it'll win the fight for freshman class, but he gets dropped before he has the opportunity. Kanga Esports now, they're poised to strike, especially with Davey having an Earth Shatter of his own. A self-destruct there for Sad Boy. A big combo available to Kanga Esports they could use to finish this off, but they need to get Prowler out of the trees.
Just as I was suggesting that they needed to find the kills, they did. And that's going to get them in prime position with that self-destruct coming through.
Oh, no one got the touch.
Onto the payload. And well, we'll see that they are successful getting the payload all the way through to the end. The question is how much time remaining on the clock.
Fair bit.
1:45, not bad. Not bad at all.
Be happy with that one as Kanga. Let's see what freshman class can do on their own attack. Be interesting to see what they do end up running here. Probably going to be Sham on the Winston once again, I would imagine. Virginia has decided to take the Diva in at least the last round. I thought he was playing the Zaya on Ilios, though. So just shifting things around, freshman class, you can see not 100% comfortable with the roster that they've got here. It is obviously a bit difficult playing a different role, especially when you're a main tank. Like, I think if you're a DPS player, you can kind of transition onto support in a way, or depending on what support you're playing, you know, like a Zenyatta or an Ana or something, some of the skills are fairly transferable through from a DPS. But for like a main tank, there's literally nothing that plays like a main tank, if that makes sense in Overwatch. So to go from a main tank even to an off tank is kind of a big shift for Virginia in this case.
Just play Winston Reinhardt.
Just play double main tank?
Yeah. Easy.
I don't know that Winston Reinhardt would work on Numbani first. Like, there are definitely cases where it could work, and I think even like Ilios, maybe it might not have been a terrible decision, but on Numbani first, I just don't see Reinhardt having the ability. Maybe you could play Wrecking Ball and Winston.
Yeah.
For that extra dive.
Orisa Ryan.
Don't know about Orisa Ryan. Only if you're going to do...
Orisa Winston.
Why would you do that?
I'm just listing main tanks, Jordan. It's okay.
This is very sneaky from Kanga.
Lurking in the background, diving into the back line, and Base God is going to get deleted. Is that going to be enough? Well, I think so now. But it's been tough here. It didn't go all Kanga's way, but just enough Kanga's way.
Oh, it pretty much has gone all Kanga's way.
It's there now.
Yeah. Just enough turns into... Oh, dear. You don't want to be jumped on by a monkey like that. Or render. Still, that's good enough for Kanga. Even if they only get one fight out of that, it's built a huge amount of ult charge, has wasted a bit of freshman class's time, and that's exactly what it's intended to do. You're not going to hold there the whole time. It's just a stall tactic. That's worked perfectly for Kanga Esports. Render will have the rally in this fight.
Going to try find themselves onto the point. It's going to be difficult though, because again, they don't have that Reinhardt, and very split up on the high ground are Kanga right now, so they're choosing instead just to push the point and make Kanga come to them, which, to be fair, Kanga are more than happy to do, Jordan. Easy.
It's just the rally used by Render in that last fight, so Kanga Esports not throwing in their big ultimates. No grab out from Lush, though he did have it available to him. Now they're going to look for that forward hold once again. It's not a bad idea, actually. Freshman class here don't really have much to contest, and if Kanga get a good grab down, it's pretty much going to be game over for freshman class. At least until those support ults are available. Kanga decides to back away to the point, play that high ground.
Yeah, going to try and engage, but again, Kanga are a little bit split up, which means that it's harder to take them all out at once when you push on through to the high ground. Self-destruct from Freshman, looking to find a pick, not going to get it.
Nice sound barrier.
Big shield coming out for Kanga there. Yes, the sound barrier. Going to see what it can do. Both support ultimates now used by Freshman class. They've invested everything into this fight. They need to win it, otherwise they are surely going to run out of time.
Well, everyone getting low for freshman class, which is not ideal. They did have that last sound barrier out, and they should have won the war of attrition, but it's actually going the way of Kanga, who are showing the advantages right now.
Quite convincing, really, isn't it?
Like, look at Lush and Sad Boy, both up to 80%. I mean, obviously for Sad Boy, he does go back into the diva, to the baby diva form. But yeah, 72% for Sad Boy, Lush up to 83%. Both of them used the ult in the last fight. Same for Cantus. Kanga are doing a really good job of building the ults really, really quickly here. Freshman class are having absolutely no luck pushing in onto the first point, and from that last fight, it doesn't even look like they're going to be able to, Ben. That should have been their fight to win. With that sound barrier coming down late from Prowler, everyone was super healthy. Kanga, though, still found a way to take the advantages.
Yeah, going to try and push on out. 1 minute on the clock. You can see a lot of armor on the side of Kanga right now as well. They're already in that advantageous position with Sham going down. That's going to put freshman class in a difficult spot. One fight remains for them as this gets staggered. I guess it really doesn't make a difference at this point. Just need to have one good fight. Kanga, the question is, do they stay so far forward, Jordan, or do they drop all the way back? There's a lot of time to waste if you fall back and make them come to you. Disengage.
30 seconds, freshman class. This is their last attempt here on Numbani. This is their map choice as well. The grab out from Lush, it's a good one.
It is indeed, and they find 2 to kick things off. 15 seconds on the clock, freshman class. Down to 3 players. No one's going to be able to get onto the point and do anything.
Oh, if Carroll dies as well, that is really bad, because he's the one that would normally be tasked with getting the overtime, but that's not going to be an option now. So Base God, you saw, had to force the trans to try and get there, but it's not going to matter. Freshman class know that it's over. That's perfectly timed from Kanga, that final fight. Great stagger out from them in the end as well, and a good map win for Kanga. They're up 2-0, so I guess the prediction of freshman class to win this series was quite a way off the money.
Yeah, a little bit premature, Jordan, unfortunately, but...
Happens to the best of us, Ben.
Anyway, all I'm going to say is that I said that if Kanga turned up, I felt, and they played at their best, they would win. So far, so good.
Yeah, I think also
that's why I'm the #1 analyst and you're just the pleb.
Exactly. I think the fact that freshman class are missing Exerce, not playing with their full core, is also showing some problems. Quite
a large caveat, isn't it?
Yeah, like I don't want to, you know, go all in on freshman class and say they're playing awfully or anything like that, because they're obviously playing in inopportune circumstances. But you got to do what you got to do, right? You have to deal with it, and unfortunately, it's not being dealt with properly by freshman class, and not being really too much of a contest actually here for Kanga so far. 2-0 there on Ilios, and Numbani super one-sided, finishing off a minute and 45 there for Kanga, and then freshman class with not even capping out the first point. It's not looking good for them right now, so I assume we'll go over to Horizon Lunar Colony next, but I'm just not expecting anything to change too much.
Well, I know I said if Nabani was the map, the reality is that actually Horizon Lunar Colony is the map. At least the game type is sold. Is this
Yeah,
the
that's
one?
what we said at the start, isn't it?
It is the one, but then I was like trying to build it up and say that maybe, you know, they got a good result on Nabani before, maybe they could...
Maybe there's a chance.
Yeah, it wasn't.
What you're trying to say is you're trying to give it a bit of a silver lining here.
I'm trying to find the excitement, Jordan, but right now it's all about Kanga, and they should be very happy with themselves. For us, we can take a very quick break, and we come back second half here at Overwatch Contenders Australia.